Hey guys, how y'all doing? I'm here to give you guys a recap on a new episode of Nanatsu no Taizai, Seisen no Shirushi, or you could call it the Seven Deadly Sins, Signs of Holy War, which is on episode 2 out of the 4 episodes. We're getting close to the end, which is only 4 episodes, but hopefully this might be a big prequel to what's to come in the later future, because every time that ending has a continuation from last week's ending, it's going to be very important later. To all you that are only the Nanatsu no Taizai anime onlys, you'll be surprised what's to come, unless you read the manga after the first season, which I believe you should start from the beginning if I had to tell you the truth. But anyways, besides all that, this episode right here, nothing much really big going on, just a certain event going on, maybe that's between two best buddies, which you should already know. If you don't, then I got to say you might have not watched the anime, or you're just very dense. Anyways, me being stupid and insulting, let's just get this started. Okay, at the beginning of the episode, we have to it that there's a recap played about Ban going to kill Meliodas to bring Elaine back, but that was only a little bit. And Meliodas says, "We'll take care of our business after after we finish the event here." And of course, Ban decides to meet Meliodas behind the mountain to finish his business with him. And of course, the opening plays out, and after that, the title of the episode is Our Fighting Festival. And the festival is, of course, set up by Hawk, obviously. And we have to it that, there's a rule or article in the Sins involving about if you try to do a death match between members of the Sins, must be put down with Iron Fist by other members of the Sins. So if we have to it that we also have to it that if you try to go to a death match with another Sin, then pretty much all the other Sins will pretty much gang up on you, which is one of the new rules, surprisingly. Although this is an OVA, it might be related to the canon story. Possibly. I don't know. But Ban, on the other hand, said it's not going to be some death match. But we have to it that there's another article that Ban mentioned. If there's a disagreement between members, this should be settled in a fight between them. And therefore, that was one of the rules. And Meliodas and Ban are put into a perfect cube and are going head to head. But surprisingly enough, which isn't too surprising, they did not go all out. They only used 13% of their strength, and Meliodas goes "I'm here to warm myself up or injure myself. Those of you who has complaints or starting to be about it, I'm gonna kick your mother butts. Except you, Elizabeth. I love you," and so forth. Yada yada yada. And before I continue on, we have to it that Baltris, or Elizabeth's father, has a vision, apparently, and it becomes very important later in the future. If they ever have the continuation of that, it does become very important. Keep an eye out for that vision that Baltra had. Anime onlys. We had to it that after that, we continued the fight between Meliodas and Ban, but there was a little bickering between Hauser and King because they both love Diane, and King's blocking his view for him to look at Diane or even get close to her, and they end up deciding to sell this out with the fight. But apparently, it's kind of funny here and there. But of course, King cannot use his sacred treasure, and he tries to go physical contact with Hauser, but gets easily defeated by getting a forehead flicking. But Diane comes to him, and freaking Hauser gets hurt all of a sudden. Funny stuff, that kind of thing. But we also have to it once the fight between Ban and Meliodas continues. It's very realistic in a way to see how they're giving it all they got. And Ban decides to use his truck car known as Hunter Fest, which is a very, very crazy ability, because apparently this ability drains all of the people's strength within his radius, and he gains the strength of 50% of the strength apparently, which is very, 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 very dangerous in a way, and we have to it that Ban gets ready to go head to head with Meliodas' demon mark, of course, you know? And you know, it seemed like Ban got him into a corner, but that did not become the case. And Ban got his arm ripped off by Meliodas, but he revives it, stitches on back, and they go head to head with all their might, and they broke the perfect cube that Merlin put them in, and so forth, you know? And, you know, they decide to settle the dispute later. And, you know, we have to it that Ban and Meliodas were pretty much scolded by them, and we have to it that Ban and Meliodas seem to be good friends in the end, you know? They just smile at each other as if nothing happened. They did talk about the horn and so forth, but it's good to see them back to maybe not somewhat enemies back to friends, you know? That is the case in a certain way. And we have to it that after the credits, of course, it continues off with Dreyfus, that holy knight. Of course, you guys should have watched the first season of anime to understand this one, and ends up explaining where the gray bird came from. And pretty much it flew away from Leonis and goes into some kind of valley or something, you know? Like Zerher Valley, where there's a bunch of monsters there. But apparently Dreyfus kills the boy and his father, which is something you guys will have to take a look at later. I mean, to all you who are anime onlys, take a look at that scene later, because you will be surprised and shocked soon enough. And I hope this might get revealed before all the OVAs ended, because I'm pretty sure it will lead up to a big event that you will all be surprised about. Anime onlys will be very surprised about. And Dreyfus continues his journey to where that flying hand goes to. Preview in the next episode, it looks like Hauser and King might have their episode, but it's called In Pursuit of First Love, which is something that is in OVA 3. Looking forward to that. Don't know how it's gonna go, but one thing is sure, it might be funny. So until then, I'll see you guys in my next video. So I hope you guys enjoyed the OVA as much as I did. It is just a fight between Meliodas and Ban, and nothing more around that, you know? But I still had my fun with it till the end. So until then, I'll see you guys later. I'm off the Zero. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys next time, right? Peace out. Bye-bye. Toot-to-doo.